Alright, I've already, done a huge dive on the situation, but this situation is so unbelievably convoluted that I think we're just gonna have to, we're gonna have to go through it again, because it's a lot. I saw Papa Gut cover it, and I got so lost on where everything was. It's a super convoluted situation, so, I guess just a quick, note before we get into this. This is Takahata101. He is one of the 4 people involved in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Apparently, he's a VTuber. He's involved with VTubing. He's a VTuber bartender, apparently. And he's got some allegations against him of sexual assault to some capacity. We're obviously gonna learn more about it as we get deeper, but we're just gonna jump into, the posts leading up to the Google Doc that was released about a week ago. About a week ago. I'm so sorry for doing that joke. Alright. You may be aware that, over the past few months, several creators have distanced themselves from me. Some have announced they will no longer collaborate on future content. Others have even removed past collaborations from their platforms. It has become clear to me that this has been largely driven by false and hurtful rumors that have circulated behind the scenes. I'm aware where this all originated and how it has spread. While I have no desire to escalate matters or unnecessary distress, I have, with the guidance of legal and professional counsel, now compiled a dossier that clearly identifies the falsehoods and substantiates the truth with provable and independent evidence. Well, I certainly hope you would. I mean, I think he does later, but I'm aware that the spread of this false narrative has been made possible by lack of full context, but the allegations now being made are and implied are simply untrue. Yes, I do know the identity of the original source, but I also am very aware that the individual's emotional vulnerability. Yeah, no fucking kidding. When we get into this later, you guys are gonna see that when we get into that later. And I truly have no wish to do them harm. So, at this stage, I do not intend to make their identity public or take further action of any kind. It's my sincere hope this will never be necessary. We had to just make that one tweet and not include that in any of these 2 other tweets. However, I found this entire situation deeply difficult to process, so after careful reflection, I've decided to take a significant step back from content creation for now. This has not been an easy decision, but I believe it is the right one for the time being. To those of you who have continued to offer kindness, understanding, and a genuine support, I'd like to say thank you. This has meant more than I can express. Alright, so this was back in May of 2025, this year. It's referencing the situation. So, I guess that's that, I suppose. In August of 2025, so almost a month ago, basically, this other VTuber, Adora Bunny, weighs in on the situation, referencing it. This has weighed heavily on me since. The reason I distanced myself from Takahata101 earlier this year because Red Claw has shown me an anonymous victim's allegations of Takahata raping her. I distanced from Takahata after reading that. Red Claw. This should send in order. This is everything except it happened, with the exception of the last text he sent, which was after it happened. Was it Taka's name submitted with the police report? Just wanted to make sure. His real name was. Incredible. I am retired from VTubing and will not be rebranding. After I find new work, I will be sending out remaining prints to the community that I still owe. Okay. I guess that's just like a reference to Takahata's sexual assault allegations. This next VTuber, Alicia X Life VTuber, VT, decided to, I guess, weigh in. This was back in September 9th. The victim doesn't want to be public, so I haven't gone into detail at all about what happened. They supported me saying more in the past, but I still refused because I was worried about her stability. But I will say this, now using her prior okay with me saying something. Taka told me in a call He had sex with a woman who was under sedatives. Oh boy, that is a lot. That's a lot if that's true. But I mean, we're obviously going to break it down more when we get into the allegations. She has a 24/7 caretaker because she mentally cannot take care of herself. Her mother handed her off to him when he came to see her, trusting him with her care. Earlier that day, she said she wanted to kill herself. She cried on the train ride with him. When she got to the hotel, she took a lot of pills in front of him. He himself stated he saw her take the pills. This is what Taka told me himself. I've never spoken directly to the victim. I've only ever talked to him and then made my decision. Thank you to those who reached out. I'm aware of the incredibly serious allegation that has circulated privately the last several months. One that is simply false. Crucial facts have been omitted and distorted. As such, I've consulted with my lawyers. My legal representatives in January 2025 contacted the individual who started this, but I've yet to receive a response from the individual in question. Therefore, for the sake of my mental health, I have to move forward at some point to return to streaming and content creation. Thank you to my friends, family, and your continued support. My decision, hold on. My decision to part with him was solely based on my conversation with him. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he was one of my best friends. Regardless, I'm a strong believer of seeing the proof in screenshots and talking to the person accused and hearing him out. In this situation, I only talked to Taka, and that alone made me leave. There were other women in the scene who interacted with him and know more about her side. I cannot speak on behalf of them. As for the screenshots, Taka told me in our final call together, he had a Google Doc with an entire history of their text screen conversations, which we're going to get into in the next tweet. So yeah, these are all the tweets that are generally building up to this point. I don't really... It definitely seems like this was rapidly building up until September 9th of this year, which is about a week ago. About a week ago. All right, I'll stop doing that. All right. Strap in, everybody. We're probably going to be here for a little bit. This Google Doc has a lot in it. And when I say a lot, there's a lot. It may seem like it's just 8 pages long, but then there's like 45 pages of screenshots in one instance. There's like 20 pages of another or more screenshots. My tumultuous relationship with Mistress Doom VTuber. Trigger warning, emotional abuse, gaslighting, slander, defamatory accusations, drug use, accusations of assault. And, yeah, that seems to be it. So Takahata, I believe, is 38 now. I don't know how old he'd be in these allegations. Okay, so this document's 8 pages long. This has been one of the saddest and most difficult periods of my life. I have been hugely hurt by a wonderful person who I loved for over 9 years. I have been the target of allegations, speculation, ill-informed judgment, and malicious rumor, all of which have been untrue, and which, fortunately, I do have the evidence to disprove. This one special person may have been the source for this, but they carry no blame. Others who have fed jackal-like on the scraps they have found perhaps do. For a while, I was confused and angry. I could not understand how something like this could spring from such a trusting, long-standing relationship, but now I think I understand. Sometimes in life, events occur which can rip away the protective layers and surrounding our emotions. Sometimes these heal, but they stay raw and exposed, close to the surface of our lives. Scientists may describe this as PTSD, but it is more than that. There's a beauty there, too. If you know or love someone like this, you'll know what I mean. Their emotions are right there, so close to the surface. When they open themselves, their hearts, their feelings to you, it's a true act of love. What you experience from them is genuine and pure. It can't be fabricated. It's the truth. Emotional truth. What the fuck is this? Like, I've already read this, but it's like, just like, from the first 3 paragraphs, what the fuck are we reading? What did you go to, like, theater class or something, and you decided to pick up the theater language and lingo that they do? Like, were you some fucking theater kid back in the day? Oh my god. You even got the Times New Roman and, like, the college font everything. You have, like, the indents. He wrote a whole college paper allegations. But there's more than one kind of truth. There's the truth of feelings, of emotions, of the heart. But there's also the truth of hard facts and mundane reality, and sometimes they clash and collide. These hearts cannot accept the unacceptable, even when the facts demand they should. I have found the difference between untruth and lie. A lie is a deliberate falsehood, cold, deliberate, rational. But an untruth can spring from a deeper place, from a heart that has no place for the reality. What the That was so weird. Did you guys hear that? There was like a fucking motorcycle outside. There was like a loud-ass motorcycle outside. That's not usually like... Wow. That's a little bit unusual. Like, normally there's motorcycles in New York, but it's not like that loud. Jesus fuck. Okay, whatever. For many of us in the VTuber world, I think a constructed reality can seem a safer, happier place. I think this world provides shelter for many whose other lives are raw and vulnerable realities. I have suffered mental turmoil myself and have found many of the relationships here to be more fulfilling, meaningful, and safer than any I experienced in my outside world. This person that I loved for so many years came into my life before my entry into the VTuber world back when we met in person at a convention, and we built the truth of our relationship together. I thought we knew each other deeply and truly, but maybe we never knew the other us living our lives, but maybe I never really knew the other life she was leading. Oh my god, okay. I don't know, like, word of advice... When you're fucking trying to allege something, when you're talking about serious allegations like sexual assault, why the fuck are we doing slam poetry in sexual, like, in response to, like, sexual assault allegations? Like, I don't know, man. It's like, who the fuck talks like this? I don't know. Like, you're probably gonna turn a lot of people off within, like, the first page or two. Like, they're not even gonna make it past the first page if you're gonna talk like this. You're lucky that I'm fucking covering it for a video, so we're gonna get further, but, like, Jesus Christ, dude. When we finally came together, there was perhaps a harsh collision of two worlds, a clash of realities. I had not seen or expected or understood this, and I failed to allow for it. We had worked and planned to arrange a meeting. It was to be joyful, tender, erotic, happy, and open. But the reality was different. I think I did not belong in this, her world. There, our openness and our strength to our feelings became... simple vulnerability. She found no place for me in that world, but nor did she want to hurt or reject the person that she had loved all these years. I don't know how much I believe that once we get into these allegations, but we'll see, I guess. We'll get to it when we get to it, is what I meant. So she allowed a new truth to be shaped, a truth that made sense of her response, her feelings, a truth that did not match the facts of what happened, but was true in her heart. I had now been found by her to be a different kind of person, a person guilty of the kind of insensitivity and even sexual abuse that has no place in the world of 9 years. So, I don't know, man. This can come across as, like, you admitting guilt here, potentially, even if that's not what you're intending. Like, you're, like, saying a person guilty and kind of insensitivity of even sexual abuse. I feel like there are so many other ways you could word this into, like, just one paragraph, instead of making multiple paragraphs that last 2 pages. There could have been so many other ways you could have worded this. Like, this is crazy. So this is what was said, implied, suggested to others in that world. It is untrue, but it sprang from a hurt heart. Others fed hungrily on it for questionable personal reasons, but I do owe the truth to my friends. And so I have set out as clearly as I can the details of what happened over the few years of our meeting. If it reads a little clumsily, I make no apologies. It is based on simple records, communications, notes. I do not want to polish or refine this. I simply want to share the truth. But it is underpinned by evidence, solid, written, and now shared with my professional advisors. Okay, so that was a really long intro. Yeah, listen, dude, this is fucking, I don't know, man. Writing fucking, like, a theater kid in the first 2 pages is really, like I said, that's gonna turn a lot of people off immediately. Like, what are we doing? Like, like, I don't know, man. Like, when I first read this, I immediately was just like, this guy is he might be like trying to make the strategy here potentially might be to make things more complicated so it distracts people from potential sexual assault that he might have committed, which we don't know yet. I mean, obviously, like, it's innocent till proven guilty, but it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Why do you have to talk like a theater kid? It's so cringe. It's like, who the fuck talks like this? Did you watch too much Othello, or did you watch too much like plays and interpretations of Macbeth, and then you decided to write your response to your allegations thinking that it would like hold up after all these centuries? Maybe he is Shakespeare and he came back from the fucking dead for all I know. I don't know. All right, the clash of two worlds. I've known EJ, aka Mistress Doom VTuber, for 9 years. So you're telling me this relationship happened for 9 years. Interesting. I first met her at a convention in Newcastle. We hung out a lot during the weekend and spent a lot of time together, including getting Subway sandwiches at 3 a.m., drinking, dancing, and playing board games at the convention. So you got Subway sandwiches at 3 a.m. That's interesting. I can't think of any other person in the world that gets Subway sandwiches at 3 a.m. Then again, I don't really eat Subway that much anymore, just because it's just not good for you. They advertise it as being good for you, though, which is very strange. During that time, I could tell I was crushing on her, but didn't share this till later. Later, she told me that she also had feelings for me, but we did not act on these feelings during the trip. After that, we began an online romantic and sexual relationship for a while. Okay, so just fucking going in raw, I guess. Yeah, alright, dude. We kept in communication on and off for years. It was at a mutual friend's wedding in November of 2019 when I saw EJ again in person for the second time. To be honest, I had thought she hated me for communication breaking off. So when I saw that she was at the wedding, I was nervous. In fact, when I got there, she was also arriving. So I bit the bullet and said hello and waved at her. We got to talking that day and I found out she was also worried and that I might hate her because she stopped communicating with me. So we laughed it off. That weekend, we spent a great deal of time dancing and having a long conversation over several hours. Bro, let me tell you something. A theater kid and dancing, and then some random fucking other VTuber dancing as well. Dude, what? That's got to be a recipe for disaster, no? Then again, we're talking about sexual assault allegations, so... Over several hours in steps of the manor where the wedding was taking place. So apparently there's a wedding. I guess there's oh yeah, there was a friend's wedding, that's right. At that moment, I knew absolutely that the reality was that I still had feelings for her. But I was dating somebody else, and that is why we did nothing. We went to our separate rooms that night, and although I was already in a relationship, I knew now that I had deep feelings for her. So, wait, you were already in a relationship. You chose to reveal it mid-story, and you're essentially monkey branching to this other fucking VTuber person. That's... Alright. Alright. So I assume he must have been like 29 or 30 at this point, because this was like years ago. He said they've been dating for 9 years, so I don't fucking know. Alright. Several months after the wedding, I ended my relationship with my partner at the time to pursue a non-monogamous lifestyle, which allowed me to interact freely with EJ. Oh my god, did you fucking leave your partner for this person? Oh my god, I guess you're gonna come to regret that decision later, given the allegations that you've gotten, huh? Dude, that's fucking crazy work. He literally, like, if you read between the lines a little bit, he's kind of just admitting he just monkey branched to this other girl. That's kind of fucked up for the partner. That's crazy work. Damn. During this time, EJ and I talked and engaged in a very intimate conversations once again. We discussed how we lusted over each other and how it was hard that we lived so far away from each other. Throughout COVID, our relationship was on again, off again, but our constant communication did not start again until we entered VTubing, which I was already working in before she entered it, during which we were talking constantly. From there, our relationship grew stronger than it ever had before, and she started to do work on my channel and my streams, helping out with organizing. EJ proved herself to be extremely talented at our organizational structures. For for my streams. Our relationship grew into actual romance, and it lasted years, during which she had confessed to me that she was in love with me, and I confessed that to her. I felt the same. So I felt believed, and we were in a romantic relationship together. Yeah, so got it. We monkey branched, and then we, oh, we have 12 pages of fucking screenshots. Yeah, all right. Okay. Wait, so she was the one of the people. Okay, I guess we have to read the screenshots, the anticipation, and you guys were in a romantic relationship together. Okay, so August of 2024. Okay. So you guys were in a relationship for a while at this point. You said you've known her for 9 fucking years. So I guess you guys, this was like last year? I'm a little bit confused about the timeline if you knew her for 5 years and this was like a recent thing. I mean, I guess this was a recent one. All right. Feel my hands on your hips and ass as I spank you, as I pound you. Finally making love to you. Oh, great. We're getting into the sexting messages now. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Reading other people's sexting messages is always going to be very, very cringe because we're not supposed to read these, but all right, I guess they're out to the public. A guilty little secret of a week. Both of us knowing what we actually want. It's not long now, huh? What date does your flight get into the UK? Makes note diary. I'm really bad at remembering dates. 16 days? Shit, that's quickly approaching. Soon I'll actually be able to hug you. I'm going to be a busy bee for the next 2 weeks. I'm happy to be able to load up Trav with lots of work, though. I thought he was about to say something else there. I did not like where that sentence is going. I totally forgot some of these, so I have to refresh my memory on some of it, because this situation is very convoluted. Same. I got a script and record some stuff so I can take some videos with me to edit when you're exercising. What kind of videos are we talking about? Is this person a fucking OnlyFans model? I have to check. Alright, are you an OnlyFans model? What the fuck? UK... Oh. I guess they don't do OnlyFans, do they? What is this? Oh, that's email. Okay, I guess they don't do OnlyFans, for what it's worth. Oh my god, she has a Yu-Gi-Oh cover? Wait, I gotta listen to this. She has a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cover.
Going fast makes me feel alive. My heart beats in hyperdrive. Do you think you can win? Only if I lose. Just let destiny choose. I can hear you breathing. I can see you coming. I can feel the wind. It's blowing me around.
Alright, well, I liked the original better, but I guess that's not too bad. Oh, she is an OnlyFans content creator! What the fuck? Oh my god, how did I miss that? I don't think I could show this on stream. I think I have to censor this. Oh, okay. It's not that bad. Alright. It's not bad. I think we're fine. But yeah, okay, she is an OnlyFans model. Fuck. Why didn't you put your fucking link here? The fuck? Like, wouldn't it make sense if you're trying to advertise it to put the link here above instead of down here? Like, it's like, I just can't fucking see shit. God damn, dude. Fuck. Alright, whatever. Makes note diary. I'm really bad at remembering. I think we already read this. Yeah, we already read this. Okay. I'm not a workaholic. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to be getting in plenty of cardio with you. Ooh, he's talking about doing the do with her, as that one TikTok girl said. The fucking Julia Piper person said. He's going to talk about doing the do with her. I reckon you'll get a good amount. I'll do my best to keep you exercised. I know it's lame, but I keep thinking, what outfit do I want to wear to meet you in the airport? I want to look cute. You're going to look cool. I want to go for cute, like a nice summer dress. What, to be fair, every time I've met you or hung out with you in person, you've always been wearing an amazing outfit. I remember how you were dressed at the wedding. I scrub well. Oh my god, this is so cringe. This is so fucking cringe. Oh my god. I probably shouldn't be laughing. These are two people's fucking sexting messages getting leaked, but whatever. You know, I haven't slow danced with anyone else since that wedding. Why? What? I guess it's a non-monogamous relationship. Like, they did say they were in a non-monogamous one earlier, so I guess fine. I'm glad we got the slow dance. God, I wanted to kiss you. I wasn't planning on dancing. I was so nervous when you asked. I hope it was good for you. I enjoyed being close with you. I wanted to be close with you. We're gonna be lying in bed, and you can have your leg up on me with your head in my shoulder and chest so we can still be closer. I just hope you enjoy your time with me getting to be close. Trust me, it's important that I do this. I need to be able to spend time with people I care about to truly test my non-monogamy. This is a big step for me this trip. Just being with you in general is a big step for me, and I'm happy to be able to take it with you. And also, just finally have a blow-off to 9 years of tension, which have probably culminated in about 3 minutes of sex. Wait, 9 years of I'm confused. Wait, didn't you say earlier in the document the 9 year you were being with this person for 9 years? So what the fuck? Hold on. I'm just happy I get to spend time with you. I never let people this close to me, so it's kind of special for me. I'd rather work than let people have one-on-one time with me. But I really want to give you that chance to be close with me. It's not like pressure, because whatever happens, happens. Like, I wouldn't be mad if after that week you never wanted to speak me again. I'm glad we have the opportunity to explore our connection. This is something that we owe to each other. We've talked a lot and been very close, and even if just remaining friends, you know I'm just a fucking happy to have you in my life because you're such a genuinely good part of it. I'm not worried that we're going to randomly never talk to each other again, but anything like that, haha, but I understand the apprehension you have about stuff. I just want to reward that vulnerability by not making you feel like you've made a mistake. I just want to be good to you. I want to be a good boy. That's what he's telling her. God, this is so fucking... Dude, like, we're talking about a sexual assault allegation that's, I imagine, is coming up later. Or it is coming up later. Because, like, I've already seen it. I'm in the habit of saying, like, I imagine something's coming up later, because I always do that with reactions. I try to keep it, like, as transparent as possible when I've already seen something, and I already have seen these allegations, but they're so convoluted that I don't remember every single aspect of them, so I just want to, like... look through it again here. And I also, like, I thought it was a good situation to cover for the channel. It's not apprehension or such, just I have no expected outcomes and no hard feelings with how things play out if they went the worst way possible, you know. You can be content and appreciate the experience, which is cool. I just know there's going to be a moment where you're on top of me and I'm just lost in the moment and I'm going to want to time to stop to live there. See, that's really fucking romantic. Don't be cute. It'll make me want to kiss you. We're going to be making a lot of love, a lot of making out while fucking. God, this is so fucking cringe. Do we need to, I don't know, like, how much more of this should we read? Because, like, these are sexting messages, so it's like, oh my God. I haven't done something like this, so it's gonna be interesting to see what we get up to. But you should really get some sleep. It must be hella late for you. Can't really sleep. Just a really stressful day. You okay, hun? I'll be okay. Should I just do this voice? I'll be okay. I'm heading out to my family's cabin tomorrow and Wednesday, and I'll be home Thursday. I'm just struggling to relax my brain. Happy I'm chatting with you, though. Aw, that sucks. But at least you can take a few days to refresh, detach from the internet, and just reset. It's good for ya. Gonna read a bunch of comics and kayak. It sounds like a good couple of days. I want to get my a haircut and get my nails done before I see ya. I want to look my best. I'm actually going to get my hair trimmed for the first time in 5 years. Which hair? Your hair on your head or your hair below? I probably don't want to answer that question. Oh shit, that's gonna be wild for you. Will it hurt? Lol, no, it's gonna feel awesome. Your hair always feels lighter after a cut, and it's amazing. I was kidding, haha, but yeah, I kinda have her down. Oh, her as in his hair. Why are you fucking referring to your hair with pronouns? What the fuck? Dude, this guy really is a theater kid. I have her down to my ass, and I haven't had it cut in a long time, so I'm gonna think of something. You got longer hair than me. What the fuck? This is a big step for the trip. Just being with you in general is a big step. I'm happy. I also have a blow off. 9 years. Oh, we already read this shit. This is something we owe to each other. Dude, why are you showing the same screenshots twice? Okay, whatever. I guess that's everything. Cool, whatever. She was one of the few people in the world I spoke to constantly and trusted. I saw her as a partner. Well, yeah, shouldn't you? Oh my god, it's like redundant sentences like these. I can see why this is a little longer than it should be. We shared multiple years of intimacy remotely, and we spoke often of me visiting her and her visiting me. Finally, I bit the bullet and decided to book a ticket in April 2024 to fly and see her at the end of August 2024, which coincided with the event AEW All In London. Oh, AEW All In is the event in London. Okay. To share with her something I really enjoy. She expressed her excitement that I actually bit the bullet, bought the tickets, and arranged my visit. She said no one had ever done something like this before. We talked about the dates I would be there and discussed where I would stay in London and what we would get up to. She even stated that she would meet me at the airport and that she was very excited to see me. EJ suggested staying closer to Wembley. The fuck? Oh god, what is this? Oh, it's 26 pages. Oh, the agony. I forgot how long some of these get. The agony, the indignity. Okay, I guess we do have to read these. Alright. Knowledge of trip and flirtation. I know, hon, I'm just nervy because I've never done this before. I'm both nervous and excited. We get to spend the week with each other. Yeah, it's kind of wild. No prying eyes, just vibing. It's kind of wild. I'll stop doing that. I'm not actually gonna believe it's happening till I see you at the airport, and then it's high chance I cry. Aw, babe. That's why I stressed as I am about the tickets at the end. That's just one day thing, and the real reason I'm coming out is to spend that time with you. It's okay to be gay. Let's rejoice with the boys in the gay way. Okay, yada yada yada, grabbing tickets, that's the thing. I have a website, I ordered it, I don't want to get 600, but whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. It's okay to be stressed about it. You love your wrestling. It's a huge factor as to why making the trip you really want to attend an event at this venue. Plus, it's a decent chunk of money. It's fine to be stressed, but I'm sure it can be sorted. I just want to hold you against me. I've lost gig tickets before, and it sucked. So don't worry, I get the stress. I appreciate your understanding. I'll keep you up to date with it tomorrow. Would prefer to get it sorted before I get there. I don't want to be sitting on phone trying to figure out how to get my tickets when I'm there with you, you know? Don't want to risk losing me to Unite. Yeah, oh, Pokemon Unite? Wow, what a fucking loser. What a loser. You play Pokemon Unite? That's crazy work. Damn. Listen, I'm already well aware that we're going to be ending up fucking, and I'm going to... Oh my god. There's more of this. End up fucking and going to come deep inside, and then after we shower and fuck in the shower again, we're gonna cuddle on the bed while we both play our games and our personal devices. Then after a bit, probably fuck again. My, you have quite the stamina. Okay, maybe we'll just make out in the shower. Nah, commit to the shower sex. It's an experience. Looking at your back, arching, and see your ass pound against me. Exactly. Feeling you deep inside me. Our bodies wet and connected. It sounds pretty good, don't it? Yes, it does, babe. Oh my god. Fuck, I want to be deep inside and connected. Oh my god. That's the fun part. You're going to be able to do that this week. No more waiting. You're going to be able to. I'm serious. I'm seriously going to be shooting everything that makes me who I do. Oh my god. Do I need to read these? Hey, I can be like not attractive and just full on nerd if you prefer. Yeah, okay. I appreciate you giving up your sex. It's free sex. Okay. I'm just gonna be skipping some of these. You get to remind me of what the sex is. I appreciate you giving up your MOBA time for sex. More sex. Yeah. The fucking, I get an STD test. Yeah, okay. Haven't heard back from them, which is a good sign. It's like I get to be an incel, but not really, because I could easily get laid if I tried, but the closest I'll ever get is understanding the incels. It's men's fault, because when, anyone tries to come over, I'm like, no, I'm playing MOBA. Pff, maybe you just waited for the right guy to fuck you. God damn it. This is so nasty. This is preposterous. What am I doing? Why am I even reading these? Oh my god, this is evidence, I get. Whatever. It's okay. Well, that wouldn't be fair, would it? Getting me into fucking you, then just fly over the ocean and leave. Hey, man, you underestimate how fucking gooner brain men can get. You underestimate it. Pretty extreme way of getting away from me. That's why coming inside you unprotected is so dangerous. Getting so into it, you forget to take your pill. Can't wait to hang out with your dorky ass for real. What's life without a little danger from time to time? Nah, a week with my dorky ass, you'll never speak to me again. Hey, that's my line. You'll be like it was awful, guys. She explained in excruciating detail how to play her favorite Pokemon in Unite and in VGC. It was like playing P5, but no swaggy dungeons, just maths. Okay. What else? She's showering her early late game to build progression, and all I could think is, girl, I got an early to late game progression right here between my legs. Holy fuck, dude. This is so fucking cringe. Dude, this guy is like, somehow, like, for a theater kid, he somehow has a lot of riz. I'm kind of surprised. Like, normally theater kids don't have this much riz. Yeah, but as a good team player. Is it gonna steal objectives? Gonna dunk points? Overwhelming DPS. Oh, so it's a glass cannon, one shot and it's over. Steady DPS, dot for multiple hours. So it's a stacking tank you got. Got ya. What is your physical damage resistance right now? I'm a speedster, bro. I'm weak and oh my god. Is this more sexting? Is this more fucking sexting? Damn, one shot with penetration. I'm very squishy. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't wait to feel your skin. Dude, this is so fucking cringe. I don't think I'm reading the rest of this. This is so cringe. This is just sexting messages. I'm not reading any more of these. Like, I had my fun, but it's like... Okay, where does it end? Oh, okay. Alright, I think, alright. I think it ends here. We're good. Okay, so he thinks about it when they fade away, and yeah. Okay, cool. Tickets are figured out. Glad to hear it. Dude, I swear my dog is deliberately causing issues. I got an emergency take him in tomorrow for an ear infection that he's developed since he was seen on Friday. It's so bad. That's 2 different issues in less than 5 days. Okay, alright. If you need to come out a day later or anything, please, babe, I understand. I'll keep you posted on what happens tomorrow. It's going to be a long night for me. He keeps frantically making his ear bleed. Ah, fuck, I'm sorry, babe. It's all good. I'll get it sorted out. Hope your day goes well. Just know if anything happens or comes up, you can tell me and we can adjust any plans. Extenuating circumstances being what they are. I can guarantee I'll be able to go to the wrestling stuff on Sunday, so don't worry about that. You'll get to see me guaranteed. Like, I'd let you fly all this way to see me and not see you. Okay, babe. But please know I understand your pet isn't all well, that you may need a day or two. I'll let you know how he's doing tomorrow. I'm gonna phone first. I don't know. Like, couldn't you just, like, get your mom to get the dog back in? Because, like, I know somewhere in these allegations, like, EJ's mother is mentioned. So couldn't you just, like, get the fucking mother to take care of it or something? I don't fucking know, dude. Alright, whatever. I guess that's a bit of an oversight. I'll let you know how he's doing tomorrow. I'm gonna phone first thing. I would take him to the emergency vets, but they charge 300 pounds just to be seen, no nothing. It's gonna cost like 60 pounds if I wait it out and see his main vet. Doggo has 2 ear infections plus allergies, messing up with his ear and paw. The meds should help, so I should be able to come to London Friday, if that's okay. No worries. I'll figure out a way from the airport to the hotel. I'll look at local transport options. Taxi from the taxi rank or the underground tubes. There's a pretty useful app for London Underground you can get. I'll ask around when I get there. Not gonna stress too much. I'm already really terrified of the flights. I got a sedative, though. Sedative. How is it fucking pronounced? Okay, sedative. I just looked it up. Keep me posted like your travel and let me know when you arrive safely. I worry. How long till you fly out? Start my travel at 4:55, so like 1 a.m. my time. I arrive here. You got this. Gonna take a sedative and hopefully sleep the journey away. When you get to London, if you have any trouble, you can always call and text me and I'll help. If plans change on your end, please keep me informed if you want to come out late Thursday night instead. Come out late Thursday night. Okay. All right. Will do. Here's hoping the drops soothe down his ear. By the way, what's your returning flight details? That's the screenshot. Cool. So I can go to the airport with you to see you off. Had to double check I wasn't going to get stranded in London. What's the hotel you're at again? Seeing how late a train I can get to see if I can be there tomorrow evening. Screenshot. Thank you. See you there either Thursday or Friday. I appreciate you trying to make Thursday work. Doing my best. It's the least I can do when you've flown all the way to see little old me. So they've already flown and they've already landed and the travel was successful. And, okay, at this point, because that's what the text implies. It's only 20 hours of transit. It's really the flight from here to Vancouver that I'm most nervous about. Damn, dude, that's commitment. It's almost like you like me or something. JK, we know it's for the wrestling, really. Incredible. I also got a bunch of running around done and booked an appointment with the doctor to try and get a sedative for the flight. Fingers crossed they help you out. I wish the flight wasn't so long for you. Honestly, I'm more nervous about the flight from my city down to Vancouver. It's a shorter flight. Big planes don't really scare me. It's the small ones that do. That's far. I guess you meant to say that's fair. Oh, okay. I guess the distance of the city. I guess. Okay, whatever. I promise it'll be worth the trip. I believe in you. Long time coming. I don't know, man. We're reading through these messages. I get a weird, like, reading through these, like, after reading through it once, I get a weird feeling that, like, this whole thing with the dog and the ear infection, like, I mentioned the mother earlier, and the reason I did was because I just feel like I'm sensing an excuse, you know, like, she's trying to find an excuse to not see him a little bit, but, like, at that point, why even commit to this at all? You know what I mean? I guess maybe she thought, oh, well, fuck it, he already bought a ticket, so I have to, like... Okay, we're gonna keep reading. I don't know. We'll see if that's, like, a good interpretation. I don't fucking know, dude. It's like, I'm sensing very weird energy from that. I'm just happy I get to spend time with you. I never let people like this get close to me. Oh, we already fucking read this. So there's something I've always wanted to do in London. British Museum exhibit. I'm probably gonna go for a while in London. Ooh, yes, I've already wanted to see it. Last time I was at the British Museum of History. It was a manga exhibit, and you nerd, whatever. Cool. Okay, that's that. A few days before the trip, she told me that she had a medical issue with one of her animals that she might not be able to come out. The originally intended plans might change, but her correspondence, she stated she was planning to come out the night I arrived, which eased my personal anxiety as I would be alone otherwise. She expressed apprehension about being in London away from her home, but nothing she said made clear the extent to which this would be an issue for her. And because I did not know about the severity of some of the episodes she had experienced in the past and her resultant deep ill-ease about being away from home, I didn't perhaps pay that much attention to her apprehension as I might have done otherwise, as the severity was not promised upon me beforehand. She would only be an hour away from home, but every communication we shared leading up to my departure was warm and positive from both sides. Our correspondence was very personal and intimate, and she told me that she had mental health issues that she had battled throughout her life. However, when she talked about her mental health issues, she never indicated how severe they were, which I guess that's fine. But I never questioned this, and I did not pry into specificness of illnesses, which is fine. I mean, like, I think anyone, just because you have mental health issues, that doesn't mean you don't deserve to be in a relationship. I mean, I guess that depends on what the mental health issues are. It depends on the situation, but I guess, yeah. So I was never aware of the severity of the issues she had faced until I arrived in England. As someone who has mental health issues too, I can understand fighting your own demons, and I would never disrespect her for this. In fact, I too have PTSD regarding flying. What the fuck? Were you in like a plane crash or something? Were you in like World War II and you got shot down by a fucking flat cannon or something? What the fuck? I told her repeatedly that I was concerned about the travel and flight. She asked if I had medication, sedatives to be specific, and I told her I did. I took Ativan, which is a medication to help with nerves while flying. During the trip, I took over the double intended dosage as my flight was incredibly turbulent. But when the time changed for our meeting arrived, a different reality cut in. When I landed, everything changed immediately. I realized I had increased lethargy and was disoriented and experienced increased anxiety. I was in the okay, so just to be clear, I have met internet friends before. It is normal to feel anxiety when you meet up with someone you met online for the first time in real life. That is a normal feeling to have. I've met with internet friends a few times in the past, and it's, it can be normal to feel this way. But once you actually, like, meet in person, once you actually, like, start talking to each other, it's very different. It's very, very different. I was in the Uber to the hotel when I received a text from EJ saying that she wouldn't be coming until likely Saturday evening. The reason she gave that was that her dog had an ear infection. What confused me about this is that she had multiple people in her home who could take care of her animals, as she had informed me that in the past there had been people that had done so. Of course, this was disappointing, as we had agreed that she would come Thursday or Friday in the latest. Excuses once landed. Okay, I have to fucking clear this. Okay. Oh, 28 pages. Holy fuck. Alright. Can you take the sedative for the first flight? I wish I could do something to help. I'll be taking a sedative. First flight is 40 minutes delayed. I should be able to make my flight. If not, they will rebook me for the next flight. I will keep you appraised of everything. Appraised. God, why is flying so stressful? Sending hugs. First flight is done. Flight to London is delayed 45. It's AC 2160. Hey, you got through the hard part. How was it? Happy I took Ativan. Took the edge off. Okay, boarded now. Flying out at 9:15. Check my flight info. I will likely be getting in later than I first was by about 2 hours. Jesus Christ, why was that so difficult to fucking read? Landed. Welcome to the ever so sunny UK. Gotta go through border then baggage. Then you'll realize I'm lying and it's not sunny at all. Oh, I saw. Welcome to the UK. Bruv, bruv, bruv. Already getting into the culture, fam. Made it through border, no issue. Good job on not smuggling or something. An automated kiosk. Now on to getting luggage. I really don't know how this works. I got my luggage and now just grabbing a taxi. I'm here, babe. You did it. Unfortunately, my doggo's ear is still really bad, so I can't leave him. If it's still bad tomorrow, the earliest I'm going to be able to get to London is Saturday evening. If that's the case, would you be down to grab a train to Cambridge Friday and then... and I can whoa, hold on, pay for a hotel for you that we can still hang and I can look after doggo. I'll pay for train and such. Then we can head back to London together Saturday. In taxi on my way to hotel. Got your message. Sucks your pup is still ill and you have no one to take care of them. They had the fucking mother. Didn't she, like, mention, like, the mother earlier? Like, why not just have the fucking mother take care of him? The fuck? Dude, she's, like, really making excuses here. I don't know. I'm, like, really, really sensing just, like, excuses. Because this is, like, the second time now. I don't know, dude. That's... okay. I won't lie, I'm not versed in your transit system. How long would it take to get here? An hour train and I'd pick you up from the station. Unfortunately, I paid for the hotel, so essentially I would have out $400 for nothing. Would I be able to take a train out and come there back? I'm sorry your dog is ill, and the last thing I would want you to do is to get abandon your dog, seeing as you're the only one who can take care of them. You mentioned you'd like me to swing out by your place one of the days. I'm here, so maybe that could be tomorrow, depending. As for getting a whole separate hotel, I just don't think that's a good use of money. It's a tough call, man. It's tough shit, dude. I still have to head back to Cambridge on Monday as well, regardless, to monitor the ear properly. What? Why? Don't you have someone else? Oh my god. I don't know, dude. Is your mother not able to do this? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I already asked that, but yeah. Sorry if I'm coming across rude. It's just I spent 20 hours in transit, and I genuinely don't know if I'm going to be seeing you at all for the next couple of days. It just sucks. No one in the house can do it, and if we fuck up, the dog will have to do surgery. You can get the fucking mom to do it. Like, you can get the mom to do it. Like, what the fuck? I'm so incredibly stressed by all this situation. I've been sick all morning and in a mental health crisis. It's rough, man. This just further adds to the theory that I feel like she's definitely making up a lot of excuses to not see him. I don't know. Well, just keep me up to date, and best you can, I guess. I won't lie, I'm really depressed. I'm not going to see you for over half this trip that I made to spend time with you. I'm not trying to guilt trip you here. It's just I don't know what I'm supposed to do aside from putting a little smile on my face. And I'll be honest... I don't understand why someone in your house can't handle it, but that's me being bitchy. I don't know the full story, so I can't judge. If you're just honestly nervous about actually hanging out, I understand this, but really sucks because I powered through a lot of negative stuff to get here. I just spent 20 hours on some of the most bumpy plane flights of my life, and I took tons of drugs to get through it just so I can see you. Damn, that's some fucking dedication. I offered you a way to see me tomorrow, but you don't want to because of the hotel room. I'm genuinely not far from ending up in the hospital from how stressed I'm getting. I have to look after my dog. I'm trying to give us ways we could see each other. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. If I spent $400 on a fucking hotel room and then I got through fucking flight for 20 hours and had to deal with flight anxiety just to see a fucking... Dude, I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking pissed off. This is preposterous. This is so fucking crazy. I'm trying to give us ways we can see each other where I can look after my dog and I don't end up in the hospital, but it's gotta take a little to get here. Why are you the only one who can administer medicine to your dog? That's, again, that's another fair question to ask. You told me that you probably gonna be busy today, and I accepted that, but now it's changed to busy tomorrow as well, and I have to go out to see you, and I want to see you, and the only time... you can come out now is the third day too, but only at night, and then you have to go back to your place immediately on Monday. That's over 4 days of my trip to see you. Unable to. I understand that you're stressed, but right now I am really depressed and disappointed. I spent a lot of money and time to get out here. This is all a valid feeling from this guy. This Takahata guy, just to be clear. This is all a very valid feeling. Dude, I get that, but my dog is sick. They have a fucking ear infection. They have an ear infection. I'm the one trained to take care of it. What? What? What does that mean in the context of an ear infection? Trained to take care of for it. Okay. My mental health is at the point I'm going to hurt myself, and I don't want to do that, but I don't know what to do here. I'm sat in a parking lot crying. Wait, why are you with your fucking dog? You said you have to, like, monitor your dog 24/7. What are you doing in the parking lot? Okay. I told you I have issues spending nights away from my house when I booked 7 in London, when I wish you could have asked that. I'm willing to pay for the Cambridge nights so we can see each other, and I'm not in a panic state. This woman is fucking crazy. This woman is kind of unhinged. I ain't even gonna hold you. Bro, this is the woman that he fucking monkey branched a 9-year relationship for, just to be clear. This is the woman he fucking monkey branched for. Oh, the things men will do to fucking goon, I swear to God. Like, being horny is probably more addicting than, like, being on drugs. I'm not even kidding. And this just fucking proves it. But my mental health needs are incredibly difficult to manage, and in London, I have no car, no pets, no carer, no way to be looked for when the panic hits. Wait, what do you mean no pets? In London? What? You said you had a dog? I'm so confused. What? I'm confused. Okay. You'll be with me. I'm sorry. Did you think I was just going to completely ignore you the whole time we're hanging out or something? No, I just don't want you to see the shittiest version of me that I can't control. I want you to have the nice visit, not dealing with me crying, hyperventilating and such. I'm prepared for that, but I seriously don't think the right way of managing that is to literally barely see me while I'm here. That's fair. I mean, if you can handle that. Then come to Cambridge tomorrow. Let me calm down around you and see that it's okay to go out to London for a bit. That's what I need from you. Okay, but will you be coming back with me to the hotel that night? If I give you the money for the hotel and buy you a hotel, can we go to Cambridge and go to London? But are you still gonna leave Monday and go back home for the rest of the trip? You said you'd come with me to Monday, and that hasn't changed. I'll need to check on my animals. I really can't stress enough just how bad my mental health... I don't know, man. I don't know. It really... this really seems like an excuse. This really fucking seems like an excuse to not see him. Dude, this is fucking crazy. This woman is fucking nuts. I don't know. This woman seems fucking crazy. That's just me, though. I'm literally in the middle of a parking, freaking out in the rain because I'm genuinely scared I'm going to hurt myself. And you're not around your dog, by the way. She has to take care of her dog, but she's not with her dog. She's not monitoring the dog. I don't want you having to deal with that side of me. I can't spend all those days in London. I mentally can't do it. I'm at a breaking point here, dude, and it's terrifying. I said I'd be willing to pop out to your home for a day. I didn't know you meant for the rest of the trip, just to my hotel. I was only hoping Monday and Tuesday. Sorry if I'm not being empathetic or nothing in this situation. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'd pay for it all. You'd have to pay to be at your home. I'd get us a hotel so we have our own space. Then you wouldn't be able to look after your dog, though? I'm confused. Gee, yeah, she's really... I'm just as confused as you are, Takahata. I'm just as fucking confused. This is... Dude, what are we talking about here? I can drive home to administer medication. In Cambridge, I have my car. I don't in London. Would you want to bring your car to London? God, no. Driving is awful. Plus, ULEZ costs way too much. I need you to work with me, and my mental health needs to make this trip work for us because I don't think you realize how bad this gets for me in panic states. Give me a few to process all of this. Okay, but I need to know some assurances about the rest of the trip. If I come out tomorrow and you come back with me to London, you're gonna be leaving on Monday and I won't be seeing you for the rest of the week. I can see if I can try to get out of my hotel here, if I can. Just come back to Cambridge with me Monday and spend Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with me in Cambridge. If I can get out of my hotel, and then yes, I will. Otherwise, I am literally blowing $17,000 or $1,700. I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be so pissed. You were talking about how you wanted to go to the museum and stuff, so I assumed you were completely down for this. I can't do 7 nights from home. I never have. I have 24/7 live in carer. That's not how bad my mental health is. Normally I can do short trips because I have carer with me. I really wish you would have told me this weeks ago. Who is the carer with your mom? Was it caretaker? Is that what she means? Caretaker? Jimmy is the caretaker. Does Jimmy happen to be a bald guy? Muscular bald guy who we see on the hub a lot? Is that who Jimmy happens to be? That's fucking crazy work. What is your relationship with him? He is my caretaker. Dude, this is so crazy. Is this the first time he's learning about the caretaker Jimmy? That's fucking wild. If that is this the first time? He's my caretaker. His job is to look after me. He's paid by the government. So why can't you get the caretaker to fucking take care of the dog? Huh? Why can't you get the caretaker to take care of the fucking dog? Do you feel comfortable being in a romantic setting with me? Nervous as hell about it, but that's PTSD. Is this what's causing a lot of this? I imagine PTSD is triggering a lot of today's non-stop attack, but also night panics from being away from home for so long. Dude, this woman is fucking crazy. This woman is fucking crazy. And I don't think Takahata picked up on it until he got to fucking London. And that's crazy. That's fucking crazy work. That's fucking insane. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. I'm trying to say this in as much kindness I can. It feels like there's a ton of excuses right now. The dog being sick, needing to be near this caretaker and all this stuff. Yeah, it definitely is coming across as an excuse. I'm on the same page as Takahata here. And I say this with love, and please know I don't say this with cruelty. As long as I've known you, one of your animals has always been sick at some point. The hotel cancellation policy is pay one night stay. Well, no, I don't think I can get out of paying $1,700 for my booking. I can try, but I don't know if I can get the money back. Before I left my trip, I really needed you to be clear with me about your mental limits. It would have fundamentally changed how I booked my hotel. I'm not opposed to being in Cambridge. See if you can, and see if we can move the mainstay location to Cambridge. If not, I'll work my ass off to pay you back the money. Like, the problem is I came here for this big event near Wembley and bought my tickets for it, you know? And I was just looking forward to checking out different parts of London with you, because I'm also a tourist and I know nobody here. I'm actually really nervous because all of these things. I can't, babe. That's not how this works. I booked through Hotels.com and not through the hotel itself. Oh my god, this is... What a fucking roller coaster. Like, I'm not reacting much, but this is fucking insane. I will pay you back any money you lose. I can't do 7 nights in London. I don't feel like at any point I was really asked if that was cool. I genuinely didn't think something like that would be an issue for you, seeing as it's only an hour and a half away. I tried calling. Can you please call back? Shit, sorry, I was walking back from the park. Taking an Uber to King's Cross Station. You need to get a train from there to Cambridge North. 2 things. If you want me to take the train back, if you want to take the train back with me, we can do that. But apparently, I also have free parking space in my, with my hotel room. Let me know when you're on a train and when you hit Cambridge. Don't get off at Cambridge though. It's the stop right after Cambridge North. Oh, those are 2 different train stops. Okay. I'm not at this station yet. It's rush hour right now. Do I need to get a ticket to Cambridge North? Yes. Do you have the train app line? No. Wait, I'll buy your ticket and send you this code to scan. Okay, I'm at the station. ETA. Here's your train. You want the 6:40 train, also known as the 8:39 train to King's Line. Okay, I'm through, and I'm waiting for the cars to get attached to the Cambridge line. I have to get on the front ones. Have you attached yet? You're welcome. Welcome to the English trains. My phone is at 37%, so I'm going to be keeping it on low for a while. Dude, all of this just a fucking goon for a crazy woman that you monkey branch to. I just have to remind you, this is a sexual assault allegation, and we're so fucking deep into it now at this point. But I'll keep in contact all the same. I won't be surfing on my phone at all. To return, we have options, though. Yeah, babe, I told you. I'd be willing to do this, so thank you for getting me my tickets and sorting out that headache. I just gotta wait until these attachments to the train show up. The train app says platforms have changed to platform 8. Oh my god. Can you even trust her? Can you even trust her with all the excuses she's been making? How do you not know she's gonna fucking railroad you to another direction and be like, oh fuck. Oh no. Why though? Why would that even be the case? The staff all reported me, pointed me to that direction. Alright, so I read the rest of the screenshots. It's just them fucking working out travel and shit. It's like, alright, whatever. Got it. We get it. But as we continued to talk about this, she kept saying that she was kind of afraid of coming to London because it was far from her bubble. I'm sure she agreed to it beforehand, right? So that's a little strange. It was asking me to come out instead. She pivoted, saying that she couldn't come out to the full allotment of the days, and she had agreed to, and pushing hard that I come out to get a hotel in her hometown and visited her instead. I had known EJ and been in love with her for years and thought bubble... Wait, but I thought you monkey branched to this other person, no? I thought you monkey branched to this other fucking... Okay, I'm so confused. And I thought bubble nerves were the real issue here. I didn't expect them to be the real problem. At that stage, I had no reason to realize that her fear of being away from home was as severe as it in fact was. Okay. I was worried and disappointed. I had traveled 20 hours from British Columbia to be with her, and this had planned and agreed upon for months. But it was beginning to seem as though she was making excuses, including her animals, as a reason not to hang out with me. After a long text conversation, we called one another and spoke on the phone at length. She said she was simply anxious about leaving her bubble and traveling by herself. She suggested I might book another hotel close to her home. I expressed reluctance in money needlessly being spent. It was only an hour away. We mutually agreed for her to come out to that night, and I traveled to pick her up to allay any fear of her traveling by herself. She said she appreciated this gesture, and she even paid for the train ticket for me to travel out where she was. We already saw that. Yep. But when we met, she seemed like a different person, and I attributed this to her anxiety about traveling. She didn't even smile. This was not the person I knew before, who I met at the convention at the wedding. This felt like a different reality. Damn. That's tough work. We chatted during the ride back, and I thanked her for coming out. At no point during our travel or in the hotel room did she suggest she was apprehensive about intimacy with me. When we got to the hotel room, she said she wasn't in the right headspace yet. Wait, so... Okay. When she says that she was not apprehensive about intimacy... Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Whatever. Okay. I thought the allegation was sexual assault. I'm just... Alright. I guess we'll get into that. I don't know. When we got to the hotel room, she said she wasn't in the right headspace yet, but now that the travel was over, she would chill out. She had said that once the travel concluded, her anxiety would calm down, and once the travel was over, she would chill out. We went and got snacks at the store around the corner and returned to the hotel room to watch TV together. I did not press her in any way. Sometimes we held hands together in bed. I fell asleep as I was exhausted from having traveled over 24 hours. At some point, she woke me up with her hand full of unknown pills and joked that she had to take these to live. Jesus fucking Christ, this woman is so nuts. I know I keep repeating myself, but Jesus fucking Christ. This woman is a nut job. I don't know. Like, listen, it's one thing to have mental health issues and date somebody, but, like, I don't know, man. It's just, you gotta get fucking good at, like, discerning crazy fucking women sometimes. There's only so much you can do to really help them. And that's... I don't know, man. Holy fuck. Okay. But I did not know what these meds were or why she was taking them. She did not tell me. Gradually into the night, we grew closer and more intimate. She didn't betray a sense of being uncomfortable or being intimate. I asked for consent with every sexual act she gave me. 3 separate consents for 3 separate acts. What, you're fucking counting with your fingers? During the intimate act, things that were conveyed to me that everything was fine, there was nothing to worry about. I mean, that's good. But that begs the question, what the fuck, this Alicia ex-life person, alleged that you had sex with her with sedatives. So, like, what the fuck was this person's deal then? If what you're saying is true, which I'm not gonna lie, like, everything seems to be tracking so far. I'm not really encountering any discrepancies on Taka's end. It's so weird. This, like, whole fucking tweet that Alicia had is, I don't know. It seems like those are two contradicting things. But, alright. I fell asleep afterwards. I am not sure when she fell asleep. The following morning, she woke me up and said she wanted to go home towards the end of the day and return on a different day because being away from home had been more of a trial than she expected. Dude. Ah, man, the excuses. The fucking excuses are crazy. It's so crazy. However, she impressed upon me that she still wanted to go to the British Museum before she left. I told her I appreciate her coming out all the same, and I understood how clearly anxious she had been. Why the fuck is there an orange period here? That's highlighted. That's so weird. I didn't pressure her to stay. That day we went to the British Museum as this was the activity she truly wanted to do, and we talked about the most. She left the British Museum to head home via a train after we checked some stuff out. The British Museum Day. Oh, okay. This is only 11 pages. Thank the heavens. Jesus fucking Christ. There's so many fucking pages of screenshots. Made it to the underground. I'm glad. Thank you for telling me. On the tube, almost at King's Crossing. Okay, thank you for today. There's a selfie of her. Incredible stuff. Safely on the train home. Have a good night with your friend, Doe. We're getting food. Did you get to the train? I planned the best I can. Yeah, I got the train. I'm like 40 minutes out of the Cambridge. I'll let you know when I get home if you want, but you can trust I'm all safe. Thanks, babe. Oh my god, what? Thanks, babe. Had fun at the museum. Thanks for letting me indulge in my morbid side. I'm really glad we got to check out the actual mummies. Yeah, those things are hella cool. Truthfully, I really like the disease through the time chunk. Ha ha ha, you are so goth. Stuff's fascinating. Dude, she is not engaging with the flirting at all. You can tell she is just not engaging with the flirting in any fucking capacity. What the fuck? Oh, that's so fucking crazy. Fuck, I'm glad you are sitting down. Yeah, almost in Cambridge. See the train from Cambridge to London and such kinda fast. Cambridge, yay. Glad you are home, babe. Just got in. Dude, bro, she is not reciprocating any flirting here back. I don't know if that's just me being fucking crazy, but that's kind of, I don't know. Like, if you guys are together or dating, you'd expect some reciprocation. No, it goes both ways. Glad. Got back to the hotel, going to friend hotel with him to hang for a bit. Feeling okay? Went on a hunt for pizza. I'm starving after all that walking and traveling. I walked to Wembley from friends' Airbnb. How's the pup? How was it? Doggo's okay. I gave him chicken. Alright, cool, I guess. Alright. Had fun. Went for coffee. Has really good Chinese food as well. I'm gonna have a nice shower. I hope you have a good night. Appreciate you powering through your anxiety and spend time with me. I'm sorry I put you through this. Dude, this guy's simping so hard. You're being way too fair to this girl. Like, I'm just being real. Like, you spent so much... You went through a fucking, like, journey to get here. You went through a fucking journey, like, 2 journeys within itself just to get here. You went through 2 fucking main quests of Fallout New Vegas just to get here. And you're telling me you're gonna still simp for it? This is crazy. That she's the one that went through it. I don't know, dude. I'm not saying she doesn't have any mental health issues, but, like, come on, dude. I don't know, man. You gotta not set yourself short like this. I really do not feel good about how I managed to plan this trip. It was very foolish of me to plan. Dude, why are you blaming your... Dude, this guy's such a simp. This guy's such a simp. I'm happy you're in a good place now, and I understand why you need to go home. This entire trip has already been a wake-up call to me about a lot of things, and I want you to know that I'm incredibly sorry. I apologize for the spam. I'm just very much in my head tonight. I appreciate you reading my messages. If you want to talk, I'm here. Sorry, I was mid-Unite. Fucking Pokemon Unite. Holy fuck, dude. You want to date a chick who's into Pokemon Unite? Crazy. I'm not really sure what I meant to say. I didn't know how hard it would be for me, but it's rough, I think my mental health issues are way too well hidden, but they are nasty. I appreciate you messaging me. I appreciate you and everything. Dude, bro. You can't be simping this hard. You can't be simping this hard. You gotta have a little bit of self-respect, Taka. You gotta have a little more self-respect. I think that, listen, the more we read through this, the more I am less and less inclined to believe that there was a sexual assault that happened. And, I already know the answer of what happens later, so we'll get to it. But, as you read through this, you really get the impression that it's very, very less likely that any form of sexual assault occurred. This is fucking crazy. I'm sorry for not communicating better with you before this trip. I myself am prone to depressive episodes, and unfortunately, I'm hitting one right now. I'm really sorry to hear that. I really want you to have a nice trip, but you're also not going to have that if I'm crying the whole time. My roommate and me are willing to pay for hotel for Monday and Tuesday. If you still want to hang Cambridge, by the way, I won't charge you a couple of months for the VOD channel to cover on the loss of the hotel. I'm open to it. Thanks for being able to find a workaround. Do you still want to come out to the event? I don't want you to foot the whole bill. This is also me not communicating properly. This guy's simping so fucking hard for this chick. It's crazy. This guy is simping way too fucking hard. I'll come back Sunday morning for the event. I think I can manage one night in London for the wrestling show. And then I go back with you Monday and stay till my flight, yeah? You can do, or you can head to London on Wednesday night if you want. Let me double check my flight. I'll head out Wednesday night and spend one more night here. Sounds like a plan. Whereabouts do you think I could stay? Hotel. They ain't, do you think you feel comfortable having me close? They ain't fancy, but they'll do a good job giving you a bed. Being able to drive between a hotel and a house. Can you imagine if her house was a fucking group home? At this point, I wouldn't doubt it. Can you just imagine if her house was just a fucking group home? Just think about that for a second. I don't know, she has a caretaker. She has to take care of her dog. She has a lot of mental health issues. I don't know, just think about that for a second. I'll sort out with my roommate Griff when he gets... Who the fuck is Griff? Is it Griffith from fucking Berserk? Jesus fucking Christ. I pray to God it's not Griffith from Berserk. Holy fuck. Do you feel comfortable having me be near through, right? I'm fine with hugs, just not lots of them. Alright, whatever. Holy fuck, dude. This is fucking insane. I went my separate direction. She had left her travel suitcase and several other items in the room, and as she told me earlier, she would come back to get them later. Throughout the day, I texted her to make sure she got home okay. She apologized for her anxiety getting the better of her and expressed appreciation for how I was there for her and how I handled the situation. When I expressed regret over how I planned the trip, she stressed the fact that her anxiety had gotten the better of her, but she still very much wanted to see me. Furthermore, she again invited me over to her hometown. We talked again about having me get a hotel later where she lives if I came. Later, she texted me again that she would just prefer friendo hangout and not so many hugs going forward. She also shared the extent of her past trauma, panic attacks, and PTSD. I also listened to her history of abuse. I felt horrible for her that she went into detail, but I understood and worried that I might have pushed her too far in getting her to leave her bubble to visit me. What the fuck? 45 pages. Oh, God almighty. 45 pages. Oh, my God. Fuck me, dude. 45 fucking pages of texts. Jesus fuck. Whereabouts do you think I could stay? There's a hotel 10 minutes drive away from my house. Do you feel comfortable having me close? They ain't fancy, but they do the job of getting you a bed. Being able to drive between hotel and house gives me the option of easily crashing wherever I feel comfortable. I'll sort it out with my room when my roommate Griff wakes up to... Wait, what? We already read this. What? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I feel fucking awful right now. Can I call you? I'm kind of chill gaming with peeps at the moment. Please don't make me feel awful. Oh my God. Oh, she doesn't even want to call him. I just think we got a friendo hangout. Oh my God, she's friend zoning him so hard. Oh my God, that's so I would be fucking furious. Dude, if she said, I think we got a friendo hangout, I wouldn't even hang out. I would just be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna just visit the Spud Bros in UK. I'll find the Spud Bros in UK. I'm gonna fucking travel to the Spud Bros, and we're gonna get a Spud potato. You know, I'm gonna just make this trip about me instead. Fuck it. I understand. I'm having a bit of a mental health crisis right now. I'm talking with my therapist as well. What's up? I know this trip has been rough so far. I don't want this to be bad on you either. Like, I want to, to meet my animals, hang out with my roommates. These are easy ways to be on really good ground with me. I appreciate you saying that. I just feel awful for miscalculating so much of everything. I don't want to pressure you. No, dude. You agreed to something earlier, and she's making a change of plans and finding all sorts of excuses. I don't know. This is not so much on this guy. Actually, it kind of is. It kind of is on you for fucking just simping so hard for someone who's clearly, like, just trying to make every single excuse in the book to not fucking hang out with you, clearly. Just by, like, reading all these text messages. I think what matters is finding the level ground and making the most of the rest of the time. Like, I'm looking forward to showing you Cambridge. I really appreciate you saying that. I can tell you care about me a lot. I know none of it's coming from a bad place. Fuck, thank you for saying that. I really need to hear that. It's obvious that you care. You just didn't know how bad my anxiety problems really were. It would have been helpful to actually fucking communicate that, but okay. Whatever, sure. It's why I'm not trying not to overthink everything right now, but it's really hard right now. I appreciate you talking with me right now because it is helping. I apologize for stressing you out. I'm glad it's helping. I've been replying between Unite matches. Dude, oh my god. Fucking Pokemon Unite. I'm never gonna let this bitch live this down. Sorry, it's probably too harsh, but okay. It's probably way too harsh on my part. Because you ain't wrong. They're family to me. We're gonna take you bowling. We're gonna game. It's gonna be fun. I'm still letting you be a part. You guys are bowling? I thought that wasn't even part of the original plan. I guess it wasn't. Nothing's part of the original plan anymore. I'm not mad at you either. I also had fun at the museum. It was nice. I'm glad you came with me. I am too. It was super cool to actually see that stuff in person. Never have seen anything like it. Rough start doesn't mean it has to be fully rough on the trip. I look forward to meeting your friends and hanging out. I'm glad. They look forward to meeting you too. I'm sorry for any disappointment. I'm sorry for any disappointment I've caused. I'm not disappointed with you either. Thank you so much for saying EJ. Like, I know it all came with intentions. Honestly, it's good. What happened in the UK? Imagine if we tried in Canada, I actually would have died. I was thinking about that last night for a bit, that if you had flown all the way out there and visited me and had all these things hit you at once, I literally wouldn't forgive myself. Lol, yeah, straight up would have died. It's good to know I learned a decent amount myself these past few days. I wish it was a lesson that was a bit easier to learn on your end, for real. I saw how rough it was for you. Wish I wasn't so fucked up, but being what it is, thank you for being kind when dealing with it. I think that's the part that that's just gotta be, that's gonna be hard for me to let go of, but I appreciate you talking with me like this. Fun fact, it gets worse than that. I was high up, but there goes a teeny bit further. But that just goes to show how bad my anxiety issues are. It was a shock to you as well, as I said. It was an 18-plus hour attack. That's so strong. That's why I'm happy you're back home and away from that. And I don't want to do anything that brings you back. It's incredibly embarrassing that I spent an entire night crying to you, but you were very sweet in handling it. You did good. I enjoyed watching a reality show and finding One Piece characters. God, I was like half asleep. Nah, there are people who are uber cruel when I get in states like that. I'm so fucking sorry that happened. Can confirm that's one of the worst ways to have panic attacks. I want to tell you that having a sense of humor about it is pretty damn incredible, to say the least. Humor is my style. If you don't laugh, you cry, and sometimes you do both. Holy fuck, this woman's crazy. This woman is fucking crazy. Just like the way she is talking and the way she's communicating with this guy, it's like, my fucking god. You gotta have some higher standards. I'm sorry. Like, this fucking Taka person, I think his worst crime so far is just having super uber fucking low standards. Laughter is the ultimate coping mechanism. How are you doing? I feel much better, babe. Less horrible. Because before we started chatting, I was genuinely... I'm genuinely sorry to hear that you were having one of those. They suck, and I wish they were any one of these. Luckily, you talked me through it, and my therapist helped out too. Thank you so much for spending time chatting with me today, because you have eased so much fear and anxiety I had. Glad I could help. Get any sleep and enjoy tomorrow's show. I'll try my best, and I hope you rest well. Should have left the monkey toy for ya. I'd give them a good hug. They're old as heck. You've taken good care because they don't look that way at all. Good afternoon. I hope you've had a good day. I'm going to try to go to an event tonight as I didn't fall asleep till 6 a.m. Last night, but I think I did get 8 hours of sleep. I think I was fighting off something that last night, and I feel like I've beaten it back off. Fucking Christ. I feel like I'm beating my whole fucking, I'm beating off my head at this point. I couldn't think of a good joke there. I'm sorry. I did not cook. The weather is bad out here. Haha. Good news is I might have found us new tickets, though a friend, really good seats. Try to get in London. I'll swing by the hotel. I sort of left your hotel. I left trading cards. I'll keep you posted on my travels tomorrow. How you feeling? A lot better. Been thinking about what to show you around Cambridge. There's a tourist part I think you'll love. So I'm going to take you there, and we're going to go to the gift shop and get an uber British souvenir. It's a big candy shop. I'd like to get some chocolate for my mom for sure. I'm certain you'll be able to get some. I'm a big ass. It's a big ass candy store. I thought she says I'm a big ass candy store. I thought that was a weird thing I read. If I remembered the downstairs, can you make your own fancy little chocolate pick and mix? I honestly, this guy really wanted to go to her downstairs, if you catch my drift, but it seems like that's just not happening. My theory is they probably fucked once during this trip, and the sex was probably really bad, and she just is, like, friend-zoning the shit out of him now. That's my theory, if we're just, like, reading between the lines a little bit here. Whenever we get up Monday, yeah, fair. It might be early afternoon. I'm not a morning person. We all need our 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but the stuff we're gonna do with my roommates is even stuff. Want to go for a cheeky Nando's with my roommates, bruv? Think I can manage it. Well, the Nando's is right next to where bowling and stuff is, where we dragging your ass to. We're gonna get food, go bowling, play in the arcade, and play pool. Think you can handle a classic Doom household hangout? Classic Doom household. Oh, like classic Doom as in, hey, funny enough, I've been getting back into classic Doom. That may not be what she's referring. I think I should be able to. I'll be honest, I'm still a little bit stressed by everything, but I'm empathetic to your situation, how you feel. We're not that scary. The thing is, I was cool with going out to your place for a day and meeting everybody, but I really did travel out here to spend time with you. You're spending Tuesday with just me. I'm aware that there was plenty of miscommunication about everything with how I planned this trip, and a lot of that is on me. Going around the actual Cambridge town and stuff was just going to be us two. It's only Monday you're hanging out with my roommates, and please know I don't think hanging out with your roommates is a negative thing. I only planned for the Tuesday to be with my roommates, and Tuesday, Monday, whatever. I've been trying to plan around both our comfort levels. I'm pretty good. Just looking after peeps and not like constantly crying. Dude. Holy fuck. I appreciate you wanting me to showing me where you love about where you live. Oh, well then I have to show you the Cambridge cows. Oh, you guys don't have pigeons. The crows ate them. We have pigeons. Did they eat the crows? No, lol. We just have both crows and pigeons. Why do you think we don't have pigeons? Because it's funnier to imagine. Cambridge just having all crows as if it's their territory. You're going to be super disappointed when you see a pigeon then. I'll try my best to be impressed by pigeons then. How's your day going? Took the convertible out for a drive and got really wet. Crazy stuff. He's definitely not thinking about that for a little bit. But then there's this Pokemon ROM hack of all Yu-Gi-Oh creators, and I'm all in. I want to find me. Bro, let's just be fucking real. I pray to God this woman doesn't get attached to anybody in the Yu-Gi-Oh community for their sake. I don't know, man. This woman seems fucking nuts, like, based on what I'm reading. But, alright. Yeah, kind of wacky to be in a game. I had found an artist that would do us custom sprites, and we would put each other in games, and our VTubers if we ever do that Soul Link. I thought that would be cool if we switched the rivals to be each models, but the trainer to be us. But I don't think we're ever going to do that incentive. Oh, it's a modded game, huh? I want to know what role I got in the game. All plans we didn't come to fruition or were canceled. I'm not in a good place right now. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I actually asked my friends more directly about hanging out, and he is actually hanging out with me, his buds, and he invited me, so I'm gonna go. I'm happy this is working out tonight. I was worried I was just not gonna have much to do, but I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone and go hang with my friends and his friends. After a good night's sleep, I'm feeling better. Actually, go 8. Ha ha ha. I hope you have fun. Thanks, babe. When I go out Cambridge, can I use your laundry? Or do you have a local laundromat? Yes, you can. We have a washing machine and dryer. I didn't pack enough long pants. Lol, trousers, I mean. We also have shops if you need to buy new stuff, but yes, you can use our washing machine. Thank you, babe. Dude, she's not calling him babe. She's just not reciprocating in any fucking way. That's fucking crazy work. Oh my god, that's fucking wild. How's your night going? I'll be real, I'm watching the Barbie movie with the fam. Too pink, eh? How's your night going? I'm fucking already reading this shit, dude. I'm reading like the same things twice over and over again. Yes, but also stupid fun, so I can dig it. It is. How's hanging with your friend going? Good. Having tea and gonna go to a pub later for a bit. Not drinking, though. So I want to clear this up tonight before I head to London tomorrow in case you decide you don't want me to come. But, like, I'm heading back to London as a friend. I just want to... Oh, no. I mean, we saw this build up earlier, but... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So, you're telling me this guy spent, like... probably over $2,500 at the very least for flight tickets, the hotels, and like probably anything else that needs to be bought. And he thought he was gonna fucking bang this chick. He thought he got so gooner brained. And you're telling me the moment he is in London, he gets friend zoned by EJ, this fucking other VTuber. Oh, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed if I were this guy. I don't know. I feel like some of it's on him for not, like, reading some of the signs earlier. I gotta be honest. I feel like some of it's definitely on him. But, like, either way, I can't help but feel bad for him. That's gotta suck. That's fucking terrible. Oh, I know that might suck for you for a bit, but I realize I really have to know people as a friend to get comfortable with them. So no, like, intimacy or touching like that all the time. I know that might be upsetting for you, but I really just want to be friends. So if you don't want me to come to wrestling with you, that's fine, but I just really want to clear this up and have you understand where I'm at. I'm sorry for any upset this might cause. I appreciate you telling me directly, as this was what I was assuming the night where you said last night. I respect where you're coming from, and just know that I understand. I'm super glad you understand. I know this isn't exactly what you were hoping for. I understand that you don't want me to come for the wrestling and respect the space you might have. I apologize for my miscommunication. I'm so sorry that this visiting has brought up so many unexpected things. I know this hasn't been easy on you, and I feel terrible. Dude, not for nothing. This guy needs to set his standards higher. This is fucking pathetic. Like, you're, like, I think he's, like, 38 during these text messages, right? Because he's, like, 38 now. Wait, no, so if this was in 2024, he'd be, like, 37. Like, no, like, dude, get fucking better standards. Have more higher standards for yourself. Like, it's one thing if you're, like, a young person and you do this shit, but, like, you're in your late 30s. Like, you should, I don't know, man. Like, come on. I don't know, dude. This is crazy work. You're still a good friend. Don't worry. I don't hate you or anything. I want to make this not as rough for you, but you know me. I'm not one to bullshit. I'm pretty blunt. Do you still want me to come to the wrestling? It's totally fine if not. I'll have to come London either way for my stuff. Incredible grammar. Sorry, I'm on the way back to the hotel right now. You absolutely need to get your stuff. Are you comfortable going to the wrestling event? If you want me there, yeah, I'm totally down to hang out. Like, it's totally fine to hang out. You can still come, blank as well. Can you give me a few to respond? Need to take a shower. If you ever want to come out to the event and hang out with me and see it, that would be cool, though I don't want you to feel Dude, this guy is simping so hard for her. Even after she says she wants to just be a friend. Like, this guy is still simping for her so hard. You could tell this guy is, like, really... This guy probably went to the shower in his hotel, and he was, like, probably tearing the fuck up that he wasn't gonna get, I legit think that they probably fucked like once, maybe. And I mean, he said he counted like 3 times, like the consent of things that happened 3 times. But I don't even know if I buy that. I feel like it was just like one fuck, and it was like these guys just had like terrible sex. And then she just got turned off and wanted to just be friends. That's what I honestly think. Damn, bro. Like, listen, crazies, like, when you're listen, one thing you need to know is when you're handling with crazies, it comes with, like, a plethora of issues. Like, the sex is probably really fucking good, but there is just a whole, like, there's, like, a whole buffet of just problems that you have to deal with that just comes with, unfortunately. As for Cambridge, I think I need to think about it, as this has all been an incredibly large amount for me to process emotionally. Wait, what? Emotionally process properly. Cool. Okay, whatever. Do you know what time the event ends? I believe it ends around 9:30 to 10. Trains are uber sucky tomorrow, and I think maybe it's best I don't go and just come to collect my stuff Monday. When trains are coming back normal, trains legit only go to Tottenham Hale, and I'd rather have to do 36 Underground with multiple switches to get, which I really don't think you could do it. She's really finding every excuse in the bag to just not see him. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Taka, you should have fucking ran from this girl sooner. She's really finding, like, every fucking excuse to just not see this person at all. Taka, you should have just fucking ran. Like, the moment she, like, makes all these excuses and says just seeing you as a friend, I would have at that point maybe just, like, left her on raid and never fucking seen her again. I would have just moved the fuck on. Find somebody else, dude. This is... This just, you gotta have more standards for yourself, dude. I completely understand we can make that work. Legit, there isn't enough time to get from Wembley to that train. I would miss the last train home. I don't know why, but tomorrow there's no trains to King's Crossing. It will take me 4 hours tomorrow just to get you. It's probably because Sunday. Yeah, it doesn't usually do this. Like 4 hours just to get me to the hotel is nuts. This is actually cursed. Do the trains sort themselves out on Monday? They do, yeah. Hence why I can collect my stuff on Monday. But trains being fine Monday doesn't change 3-hour trip to get you tomorrow and having to do a 36 Underground stops alone. I was literally terrified just going to one stop from the museum to King's Crossing. Incredible. Wasn't it only 12 to get to the museum, and were you able to take a train back to King's Cross? That was only one stop. I'm not familiar with the routes, so I don't fully know the angle, the way they angle. The museum to King's Cross was one stop, which I did on my own because I had to. I was okay with the 11 stops to getting to the museum alone, and I wasn't alone. This is 36 stops alone, and I'd have to do this tomorrow. Why is it 36 stops when it only took 11 to get close to King's Cross? Why did I find that so funny? It's like fucking 36 stops, but it took you 11 to get to King's Cross. Dude, oh my god, 36, but then it took you 11. He's like seeing the red flags. He's seeing the cracks in her story. But I guess he just doesn't want to... Okay. He's really just not putting 2 and 2 together because he's so, like, head over heels for her. I showed you the route. Tottenham must be really far out. Screenshot proof. But we took the train. It was only 11 stops. Like, I remember the train ride. It was a different part of London. There are 6 zones. It requires 3 different train lines because it's a different part of London. Sorry, I'm a bit confused right now. Right, trains no go from Cambridge to King's Cross tomorrow. You have to get off at Tottenham Hale, which is miles in the other direction. To get from there to your hotel, you need to use 3 different undergrounds and bus. Jesus Christ, dude. Not even New York City has this much difficult travel. And New York City has one of the most complicated transit systems in the fucking world. So listen, coming from a New Yorker, I don't know if do I even buy this? Oh, okay, so wait, so from the museum, how many stops was it? Because you left from the museum and you said you were going to the underground, heading to King's Cross, because we got a Totten and we walked a few blocks. That's not Tottenham Hale, those are different places. There are a bunch of underground routes. And yada, yada, yada. Okay, just more travel stuff. Wait, it's closed because we left from a straight route. No, we went to Tottenham. I'm not sure what's confusing here. I've shown you the route and it only takes 36 stops. It's whatever. Okay. So they're working out travel. It kind of just seems like she's just making excuses from these. Do you want me to meet you halfway? How do you meet halfway underground? Like it's no other place. Would bringing out to Kingsbridge work? Liverpool Street is better, but the issue still stands. I can't get home. Oh my god, she just does not want to see this guy. Even though she said she friend zoned the fuck out of this guy, he still wants to see her as a friend. He still wants to get like fucking like totally just like friend zoned the fuck. And now he's Jesus Christ. As I said, it better be me just to bring the bag to the train station and you skip the underground entirely. Like the train from London to Cambridge. Because I'm just trying to come back for bag. It's easier to do it Monday when trains aren't wacky. Like the train to London from Cambridge, the station I took to go out to Cambridge the first day, I'm saying I can bring out your bag to there, not Liverpool. Sorry for the confusion. I've been talking about Monday. Then, what then hang in Cambridge with us? I thought we'd been talking about Monday the whole time. Oh, I thought we were talking, so I couldn't still come to wrestling. Lol, my trains are non-issue on Monday. I thought we'd been talking about Monday the whole time. Oh my fucking god. Sorry, I'm super confused right now. Holy fucking shit, dude. You have to forgive me. My assumption was after you said this, you didn't come out on Sunday. By tomorrow, I thought you meant today because we started the conversation around 12:30. I understand the confusion. I was so confused. I understand why. You shouldn't have to travel all the way to Cambridge to bring me my shit. I wasn't suggesting that. I was suggesting clarify you're coming back to Cambridge. Dude, this is like, a lot of this is just kind of nothing. Like I get to London. What time is the last trains? Apologies, you've already answered this. Would you feel comfortable? Hold on. Like, at that point, I'd route your back, and I'm just going to skim through this, because I don't think any of this matters. Yeah, I don't think that any of this matters. Okay, we got through that. Holy fucking shit, that was a lot. The next day, she sent an unambiguous breakup message, expanding upon her texts the previous day. This was a shock to me, and I was heartbroken to my core. However, I felt the romantic split was amicable, and was hopeful that our long-standing friendship would still be strong. It usually never is. After a breakup, it's usually tough to stay as friends. Unless you're, like, super fucking mature. Like, it's usually never going to work out when you try to be just friends. It 9 times out of 10 doesn't. I'm not saying it never does, but it could be. It's just tough. It's tough. Despite being thoroughly devastated, I told her I understood and respected where she was coming from. I appreciated, yada, yada, yada. So, clarifying the friendship. Okay. What is this? Oh, my God. 22 fucking pages. Oh, this is all stuff we've already read. Thank fucking God. Okay. I don't have to read another 22 pages of crap. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Oh. Bless you, Lord. Okay. I'm not religious, but I just, like, I marked a cross on my chest. Bless. Okay. Talking about coming to the AEW show. I assume that's, like, the wrestling. And I asked if she was still comfortable doing so. We went back and forth and said that she was worried about staying home in time. I did not in any way expect her to stay home at night, as this would be undue. I told her I was unwilling to leave the show early and get her train back home. I was adamant the whole time that I did not want her to do anything she wasn't comfortable with, and I did not want her to feel obliged as her anxiety was now clearly debilitating. The next day in the early afternoon, she arrived at the hotel with one of her roommates / carers. I was still happy with this because it helped her anxiety. We decided that she would pack her stuff up and she would leave it to the front desk and she could grab it on the way out in the evening. We all went out to the wrestling event, but when we got home to the stadium, there was a nervous crowd of people and I could tell she was starting to get really, really nervous. So I asked if she honestly felt comfortable going to show this all, just as I had spoken to her many times leading up to this. She replied that there were too many people, she needed to go home. I was naturally disappointed and did not take it personally as her anxiety was clearly overwhelming. So she left with her friend who would wait nearby till she wanted to head home so she would have someone to travel with. I feel like I'm reading the same thing over and over again. Going to the wrestling event. Oh God. 28 pages. Okay, I'm editing up until this point because apparently these texts, the 28 pages, and then these texts, I feel like I've already read both of those. I was like pages into it, so just edit out all that footage, like everything leading up to that point. Because apparently I already fucking read it. Okay, I guess I just didn't recognize it. At this point, Harkin and Bress, I did not feel comfortable hanging out one-on-one with her. I decided to go back to British Columbia and cut my trip short. Probably for the best. Choice trip to return to Canada. So you wouldn't want me at your place at all? So sorry. No, I mean, like, don't get the latest train possible. Should have prefaced this by saying what I said. Like, leave a few trains before getting the last one in Cambridge. Can we put a pin on this later? I'm hanging out with a friend. Friend's got to drive. I got food reservations. Okay, it's just only 4 pages. Thank God. Oh, my God. Oh, God exists after all. I thought you meant just come hang for the day. Was not what you meant. I was referring to you mentioning yesterday, the other day, that part of coming out would be hanging out and meeting some of your free NFS and meeting your animals as well. You mentioned meeting your animals. Haha, friends. Your friends are animals. Haha. You don't gotta meet my animals. They're neurologically challenged. The neurologically challenged dog is really bad, and me and the vets have no idea what to do. Honestly, I think you'd hate my pets. They're a lot, and I get that. If you want to come to Cambridge, I'll show you Cambridge at my house. I feel as though our initial plans to hang out with each other and to do more together switch. Therefore, I am missing home badly as I am disconnected from my own bubble. So as exciting as it was to meet up and see more cool things in London, I'm afraid I might have to cut my trip short for my mental health reasons, as I am dealing with a lot on my own right now, away from my own support network. That's totally fair. Do what you need to do for your mental health. If you can get a flight home early, go for it. We got about... That's right. There's no way I'd tell you to push through it because of your mental health. I'm curious to know what that last message would be. Okay. EJ seems supportive and encouraged me to mental health. Okay. Alright. We are... Apparently there's allegations from this Bo person. I'm not reading these fucking separate allegations. Bo Sheep, yeah. This is like 8 pages, and I don't know. This Bo Sheep person is like another VTuber that I just don't think is that relevant to the story, based on what I've seen. So I'm not even gonna bother reading it. Like, once we get to the end, we're gonna read. Apparently, Mistress Doom responded, and then we're done, because this was a very convoluted situation. Jesus fuck. Once I arrived back from home, I was horrified to receive a message of her accusing me of sexual misconduct since she had been sedated and could not give consent. Wow. Yeah, right. I forgot how much whiplash I got from the original reading of this accusation. I had so much fucking whiplash. That's totally fair. Do what you need to do for your mental health. If you can get a flight home early, go for it. We both got to do what's right for our own mental health. There's no way I'd tell you to push through your mental health because that's, and cause yourself damage. Hey, I know you're probably still stressed out from the trip and everything because I know I'm still recovering and I'm going to be for a long while, but I really need to talk about some things. One, I do not wish to work on your VODs channel any longer, so please take this as myself and Jimmy resigning effective immediately. I request you remove me as a channel manager from your YouTube's moderator, and your moderator from Twitch. I won't be doing any work for you. Oh, so that's what this follow-up text is. I'm simply not comfortable. This was the day after. 2, this is the big one. What happened Thursday really wasn't okay, and I genuinely need to know that you understand that your actions weren't okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's accusing him of sexual assault. Oh my god. Oh. I'm talking to you about this because we used to be friends, so I'm giving you a chance to do what little you can to take accountability here. For what? But, like, everything was consensual, apparently. I was not in a good headspace, and you knew that. I was drugged up on sedatives of my panic attack. Dude, this guy needed to fucking steer clear from this woman. Taka, you want my advice? Fucking pick better women. Fucking vet your women out better, because holy shit, these people are so unhinged. On a strong sleeping med and had mentioned multiple times that I wanted to be friends, but you told me I hadn't, just led you on, and I kept making advances the entire night and pushed for sex. Whether you think, okay, my god, it's right here. Jesus fucking Christ. Whether you think you weren't pushing or not, I was in my headspace where I could... I was not in a headspace where I could consent properly. Dude, why didn't you just fucking say anything sooner? This seems like such a retroactive thing. No, and I'm not saying that this definitely means he didn't assault her. For all I know, he could have, maybe. But, like, this just seems so... The timing of this seems so... Is convenient the right word? It just... The timing of this is just very off-putting. Because this is, like, the day after he finally, like, cut his losses and went home. You should never have tried anything on with me, but that day you did. It doesn't matter if we had been sexual via text. In person, you should have respected me and my boundaries. I've spoken to my therapist and support groups, and I know it wasn't okay. Believe me, I blame myself for a while, but I know that's just wrong. There is something so off about this. This is just off. Oh, this is so off. We're literally just watching her gaslight him in 4K here. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like, she's really, like, gaslighting the shit out of him. Like, from all the constant excuses, from the fucking wrestling shit, to the fucking, like, just, like, the trip just being so rough, and just, like, everything not going the way they agreed upon it. I really just feel like, I feel like I was right. Like, I mean, like, my assertion's correct that, like, I feel like they had sex once and the sex sucked, and she probably just thought because it wasn't good. In retrospect, now she's trying to say that she was under sedatives, which means that she, was not in a headspace to consent. Right now, I can't smile and pretend to be professional with you because you majorly screwed up and hurt me, so I'm not going to pretend we are good because we aren't, and I refuse to be fake, but I am trying to talk it out with you. I understand this is scary for both of us. I feel awful. I would never want anyone to feel this way. I'm mortified at the prospect of taking advantage of anyone's body autonomy when I asked for consent throughout the entire process. Yeah, like, if you asked for consent throughout the entire process and they said okay, like I said, her story seems so weird. Her story is just so contradicting to pretty much everything leading up to this point in the document. Her story is just so, like, the presentation of this information is just so, like, not from this guy, not from the Takahata person, just her. If at any moment I had received a signal from you that it was not okay, then I would have stopped. I firmly believe that consent can be revoked at any point in the actual act, which is why I asked every step of the way. Again, I'm sorry for any hurt that may have been done inadvertently. My understanding was that Thursday was a complete consensual act between us. Again, I regret and am mortified if I misunderstood this. I would never want to cause anyone any pain or distress, especially you, who I held dear to my heart. I just want you to be as well as you can and take care of your needs at this time. It was never my intention to give you any pain. Given my past personal experience, believe me when I say I would never want anyone to experience non-consensual touching or a lack of body autonomy at my hands. And I take that very seriously. Did you read and actually take in what I said in the previous message? I'm telling you that it has hurt me and it wasn't okay. There's no ifs. There you have hurt me. Yeah, this seems very retroactive. This entire deciding that you were hurt. Like, I don't think you were hurt in the moment. And that's not to say if you can't get hurt, that doesn't mean it wasn't rape. I'm not saying that. But it's like, if he asked for consent all the way through and you said yes all the way through, I'm trying to understand the problem here. Like, I really am. You claim you care deeply for me, yet you played my mental health issues to a dangerous degree, pressured and took me away from all my safety network and made advances, all while I was drugged up at state and nowhere to go. None of that is okay, and it's concerning if you think is. I made it clear to you I was in a mental health crisis and still pushed. I'm making it clear, and this was not okay, that you can't accept that. There's no conversation to be had here. I don't get why you think a crying, panicked, drugged up girl... Wait, what? I'm sorry. This does not make any sense. If you're crying and you're panicking, where does the, if he asked for consent all the way through, then where's the crying and panicking coming through? Drugged up girl. Dude, this girl, I'm sensing gaslighting here. I'm really sensing that this girl is fucking gaslighting the shit out of this guy. Drugged up girl asked you if it would be okay to be mad, just to be, friends wanted sexual advances and sex. I'm even more baffled you think a panicked mental health crisis drugged up person... Dude, this woman is crazy. This woman is fucking insane. This is a crazy fucking woman. I'm even more baffled. You think a panicked mental health crisis, drugged up person in a state of mind where they could make informed consent. Even worse is all I'm asking for is an actual apology for putting me through all that you did. I'm so fucking sorry. I want you to genuinely know I'm fucking horrified by this, and I'm genuinely feel terrible about visiting. I hope you believe me when I say I thought your anxiety reaction about everything on Thursday was about being away from home, away from your bubble and safety network. That was my mistake, and I'm so fucking sorry. I would have never even remotely pushed us in that direction, or would have even asked me to come and visit me if you thought otherwise. When we hung out, please believe me when I said this. I did not pick up on just wanting to be friends. That was my fault, and I'm sorry, and I profoundly apologize for not using better judgment and interpreting everything. Dude, this is crazy. I interpreted the situation wrong. Out of respect to your boundaries over the years, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sincerely sorry. Okay, dude, this is fucking crazy. This is insane. I was shocked, and I never knew that she was sedated. She had told me that she needed the pills to live. I thought she was exhausted. I did not think she was intoxicated, let alone incapable of giving consent. I went into this thinking this woman loved me. She had encouraged me to believe this, to think that to have her pull back on me devastated me. I had been understanding and accepted when she said she wanted less intimacy and to be friends instead, no matter how much it broke my heart. But now she was making this allegation, which I knew was simply untrue. I could not understand what was happening. So I went over the events of those few days in mind. This had been a sad and difficult time with conflicting messages and mixing signals, but I knew that I had asked and received her consent at every stage of intimacy. She had clearly been wrestling with issues of anxiety, as she had explained, and I believed that these were related to her fear of being away from home. These has not been presented issues with being with me. She didn't at any point suggest an issue with being intimate until after the fact. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she retroactively did it. Right? I wish she had been clearer and more honest with me about the specificity of her issues and what her limits were. This had been a terrible moment of failing to communicate properly. Yes, I misread the severity of the situation and profoundly devastated. I'm still processing this heartbreak at the same time, and I wouldn't wish this on anybody. We have both clearly been hurt by miscommunication. But I was profoundly shocked and filled with sadness when, after my visit 5 months later, EJ starts sharing her claims with several of our mutual friends. She alleged that I had sexually assaulted her and that I coerced her into being intimate after she expressed this desire to remain simply friends. After these claims simply did not align with the reality of our relationship. And I still have written messages of her to prove this. Her version of events altered the timeline of us our trip planning and omitted key context, such as the fact that she had been in an on and off relationship for 9 years, during which we had twice met in person and shared many intensely sexual interactions virtually online through text leading up to my trip. Friends of mine gave insight onto what was being said once this became more apparent. I am fortunate to have friends who have known me for years who have questioned the accuracy of what they are being told with permission. I'm sharing their messages on Discord that they sent me, which reflect their perspective and support of the fuller picture of the situation. I'm not reading any of this because this situation's already as long as it is. Just to be clear, I'm leaning more on the fact that there probably wasn't any sexual assault based on everything that's available in this document. And I feel like if anyone put the time in to actually look into the situation, any reasonable person with common sense would come to the same conclusion. That's honestly what I think. Worst case scenario, Takahata might have pushed a boundary without even realizing that he pushed a boundary. Maybe. But I don't even think it's that. I feel like she just retroactively decided that the sex was terrible, and now she's, alleging that he violently, assaulted her or something. Maybe not violently, but still. Oh my god, we got through the document. Jesus fucking Christ, that was a mouthful. I know I had originally said I wanted to protect this individual due to concern for her mental health. However, due to recent events and the fact that she has continued to use other creators to tell her story via grotesque misrepresentation of the facts, I am now forced to name her. I need to protect myself and those who have been dragged into this situation. Alright, so she responded. Mistress Doom. This fucking crazy woman. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I can show any of these. Yeah, I can't show that. Fuck. Okay. All right, I guess we're gonna read her response. This Twitter response is a little bit shorter. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 paragraphs. So I guess it's not that bad, but yeah, once we read this, I think that's gonna conclude this situation. Hello, this is the carer of Mistress Doom. Oh god, the fucking Jimmy person. The fucking guy, the caretaker. I'm convinced she's in a group home at this point. It's a fucking group home. Is Daniel Larson there? Then again, it's the UK, so I guess Daniel Larson wouldn't be there. Fuck. I'm postponing this brief statement on her account on her behalf so that she does not have to traumatize herself further. These are her words for now. Finally, a chance to speak after a year of a bit and suffering from someone's actions. Well, kinda speak. Doubt, but okay. This is an active police investigation. Nothing about this case should be public as it is in the hands of the police and actively being investigated. This has been a police case since August of 2024. Taka publicly posting the document is a crime and breaks the Sexual Offenses Amendment Act of 1992. How the fuck would Taka know that, though? Bro, he lives in Canada, right? He said British Columbia, so he lives in Canada. And if he's going in some foreign place, how the fuck would he know the crime of, like, another country? Okay, alright, whatever. Which states an alleged victim of rape or sexual assault is granted anonymity for life as long as they report back, which I did in August of 2024. Yeah, how would Taka know that? How would he know that? How would he know that? I would love to be able to share my story and evidence, however, it has been all with the police since August of 2024 onwards. I need to speak to the officer in charge of my case as well as the rape crisis advocate before I can make more of a statement regarding any of this. I know this is the court of public opinion and you want the evidence, but what Taka did is a crime and is being handled with the police. He wouldn't have known that, though. I'm sure if he knew that, he probably would have handled it differently, but that puts him in a lose-lose situation. I don't know. Call me conspiracy-brained, but I almost wonder if Mistress Doom planned out that... I almost wonder if she planned this out to fuck him over. This might be, like, super conspiracy brain, but it's like the sex was bad, it was horrible, then she wants to be friends, and she wanted a way out so she wouldn't be fucking, like, publicly, I guess, crucified for it. And I guess, this seems a little bit planned out from her, and, like, that might be very conspiracy brain on my part, that she, like, might have planned this out. I don't know, man. Little food for thought, I guess. Unfortunately, it's around midnight he did this, so neither the police officers involved in the investigation or the advocates are awake, so I have to wait till morning to be able to speak with them to clear what I can publicly share. I put none of this public and never wanted to go public. Then, I don't know. I don't buy that. If you didn't want it to go public, you wouldn't be sharing this with other content creators behind the scenes to try to get them to ostracize and plan this fucking out to ostracize him slowly but surely. I huge doubt on that one. I didn't want this to go public. I don't know. I huge doubt. Huge doubt. Did I want anyone to know that I was the victim of that? I know I can't give the evidence this second, but the police have had the phone logs of his lawyer's letters since the end of January, February 2025, as of literally today, 9th of September, when I spoke with them and they were still actively pursuing this investigation. I have given no one permission to share this story, and most of the people claiming they have heard my side and spoken to me are lying. I have proof of everything. I claim it is just tied to a police case, which I will provide proof of as soon as the officers in charge of the case and my advocate are awake, but I know I wouldn't have a police officer in charge, and a rape crisis advocates for nothing. Once again, this is a police case. None of this should be publicly shown publicly, and outing my name is a crime. Again, he wouldn't have known that. Please allow me to speak, a space to speak with the police and advocate for... and know that having a trauma that has almost killed you, outed against your will, is a trauma I will never forget. Cool. I am a real person with feelings who has suffered with this over a year. Doubt, but okay. If I must make this publicly clear, then let this be my word to listen to as the victim of the investigation. Okay, so the reporting of this tweet, another thing, by the way, is the police investigation, right? The reporting of this happened... He posted this on September 9th, right? He posted this on September 9th. The reporting of this situation happened, like, many months ago. Like, 13 months ago. Over a year ago. That's when the reporting of this happened. And what? That would mean that he would have to commit a crime. I don't know. Something about this. It just, none of this makes any sense. So something about this is weird. It's just like none of this makes any sense at all. Like the reporting of the crime seems off. Okay. I do not currently consent for anyone to speak on my behalf other than my caretaker at this moment. I don't know, man. It's just like none of it makes sense. He wouldn't have known that he was committing a crime, and I don't think he was, because she's also telling other people about the case as well. If this really was a crime, then she also broke that law because she was telling other people about the case, and like we have proof that she was telling other people about it. It just this doesn't make any sense. This is fishy. This is not adding up. This whole response is just super fishy. This is not adding up. Alright, apparently there's another tweet that she made. Hey all, I promised an update once I had gotten all the relative authorities. Due to this being an ongoing investigation, this is going to take some time. It's a very serious situation. It's across multiple countries, so all I can do is ask you to give everyone some time, and this will not be a public matter. I will not be resolved in the court of public opinion. All of this, because fucking Taka wanted to goon super hard, dude. I swear to God, gooning is probably more dangerous than heroin. I could honestly see an argument for it. I really could. No one who has spoken publicly on X has done it with my consent. They hadn't even spoken to me regarding this situation, or some ever at all. Outing my identity was not okay and was done very much without my consent. We've already read this. I feel like she's just saying that because she doesn't have any legitimate fucking proof that, or any credibility whatsoever to the claims of sexual assault. In my opinion, there are no sides to this matter. That's a fucking stupid thing to say. If you were a victim... I'm sorry, girl. If you truly were a victim of sexual assault, wouldn't you want to be on your side? Wouldn't there just be one side to listen to if you were a victim of sexual assault? That seems like a really stupid thing to say. It's a serious situation that has caused immense stress and suffering for myself and others involved. I believe that everyone should treat this with the severity. It deserves the legal system to solve it. There are two sides to every story. You just said there were no sides. What the fuck? How are you going to say there's no sides and then say there's two sides? Her story is all over the place. Maybe not ever, but at the minimum, the legal... Okay. All I'm asking is that you respect the situation, allow the police to do their jobs. You didn't do that earlier. You didn't do that earlier. Watch who you want, support you want, work with whoever you want, use your own judgment, do not spread hate. If you see anyone you deem my side spreading or harassing anyone, no, it is not coming from me, and I will not allow that. If you tell me that's happening, I will act accordingly. I also very clearly want to state this. There's no doc from me existing regarding this. There were mentions to one, but never actually made one. So, interesting. She admits that she was telling others, or at the very least considering to tell others, but then you just said, you were going off about how it's a crime to make it known to other people. Like, other people, that that's a crime. This is a bit of a self-report, no? I truly believe I do not have hold the right to cancel anybody's career. You kind of tried to. Not gonna lie. Like, I don't think you can use that as an excuse. You kind of tried to behind the scenes. People get support where they want. My choice, I respect. People often preach online that people should go police if they want to experience a crime. I choose to do that, and I stand by that. As for my mental health, no one has the right to speak aside from that, including many professionals involved in my care. I've been working so incredibly hard the past few months to heal from the support from the Rape Crisis charity, who have honestly been nothing short of amazing. Regardless of what you want to believe, there is genuine trauma going on for the situation. With that situation going forward, I'm going to continue to create my community and those support me, nor will I engage. My future posts will not speak on the situation, nor will I engage with the public and continue to work on people and create for people I care so deeply. If you see people posting claiming on my behalf, no, that is not me. If you don't want to support me or work with me, that's fine. I fully respect your decision. Wish you nothing but the best. And I fully respect your decision. I simply ask that you respect my decision as well. Do not bring this to my online space. Comments about this post will be deleted. Just please let the police do their job. Okay, so this honestly just seems like a case where, worst case scenario, Takahata might have broken some boundaries, but I don't think, like, I don't even think it's that. I feel like if there was sexual assault, There is a very, very low chance it occurred. At worst, Taka might have pushed a boundary and not realized it. And I'm open to that conversation. But I don't even think it's that. Me personally, I'm leaning towards there not being any sexual assault. This just seems... there's so much of her story that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Wow, that was... Holy shit, that was a mouthful. Time to go to bed.